everybody, welcome back to my channel Health Fitness 1.047. My name is Ryan, the Ryan wish you a good night. Here is episode new, follow me.
1. Iconic Marvel star addresses possible Spider-Man 4 feet return. No spoilers, Tom Holland is preparing for Spider-Man 4 in the MCU, which has been officially announced by Marvel Studios. Though details about the plot and production are still under wraps, fans are actively discussing which characters should return, especially after the events of No Way Home, where Peter Parker is forgotten by everyone, including his friends MJ and Ned. J.K. Simmons, who plays J. Jonah Jameson, was recently asked about reprising his role in an interview but did not reveal any information about the upcoming film. 2. First look at Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey reveals Matt Damon in epic lead role. Christopher Nolan's upcoming film, The Odyssey, has released its first look image, confirming that Matt Damon will play the lead role of Odysseus. Set to be released in theaters in 2026. The film adapts Homer's ancient Greek poem and is described as Nolan's most ambitious project to date. Production is starting in select locations in Greece, but details about the rest of the cast, which includes notable actors like Tom Holland and Zendaya, remain undisclosed. 3. Sonic the Hedgehog 3 feet gets Paramount Plus streaming release date. Sonic the Hedgehog 3, the latest film in the franchise based on Sega's character, will be available for streaming on Paramount Plus starting February 18th. The movie features Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles teaming up with their enemy Dr. Robotnik to confront the new threat, Shadow the Hedgehog. It debuted at the top of the North American box office in December, earning $60 million initially and performing well during the holiday season. A fourth installment is already planned for release in 2027. Directed by Jeff Fowler, who directed the previous films, Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Inches continues to build on the franchise's success. 4. Box office, Captain America Brave New World flies to heroic $100 million over President's Day holiday weekend. Captain America, Brave New World, had a strong box office debut, earning $88.5 million domestically and projected to reach $100 million by the President's Day holiday. Despite poor reviews and audience scores, it surpassed expectations and became the biggest opening weekend of the year, ranking as the fourth best President's Day launch in history. Internationally, it added $92.4 million, bringing its global total to $192.4 million. The film, which cost $180 million to produce, features Anthony Mackie as the new Captain America, taking over from Chris Evans, and is directed by Julius Ona. 5. Dune Messiah, Denis Villeneuve reportedly shooting third installment of sci-fi fantasy cautionary tale this June. Denis Villeneuve's third, Dune, movie, tentatively titled Dune Messiah, is set to begin production in June 2024, contrary to earlier expectations of a 2026 start. The film will be based on Frank Herbert's novel of the same name and will mark Villeneuve's last directorial effort in the Dune franchise, as future adaptations of subsequent books like Children of Dune are likely to be directed by others. The series explores themes of caution against blindly following charismatic leaders and the manipulation of religion. 6. Conclave wins 4 BAFTAs, including Best Film. At 2025 awards, complete winners list, Conclave won Best Film at the 2025 BAFTA Film Awards, securing a total of 4 awards, including Outstanding British Film, Best Adapted Screenplay, and Best Editing. The ceremony, held on February 16 at the Royal Festival Hall in London, marked the 78th edition of the awards. Despite Honora dominating the Directors Guild, Producers Guild, and Writers Guild Awards, it did not win Best Picture at the BAFTAs, a notable upset reminiscent of Brokeback Mountain, which also won the BAFTA for Best Film after similar accolades. 7. Pedro Almodovar muse Carmen Mora stars in Calle Malaga, directed by The Blue Caftan, filmmaker Mariam Tuzani. Carmen Mora, renowned Spanish actor and muse of Pedro Almodovar, stars in the upcoming Spanish-language film Calle Malaga, directed by Mariam Tuzani. This film follows Tuzani's previous works, The Blue Caftan and Adam, both of which were featured in Cannes and represented Morocco at the Oscars. The Blue Caftan achieved significant acclaim, winning awards and becoming the highest-grossing Moroccan film internationally. Calle Malaga, represented by Films Boutique, is currently being pre-sold at the EFM. The film features Mora as Maria Angeles, a 74-year-old woman from the Spanish community in Tangier, who must reclaim her home and belongings after her daughter decides to sell their house. 8. Sony Pictures Classics buys Jodie Foster murder mystery movie, Vie Privée. For North America and Latin America, Sony Pictures Classics has acquired Vie Privée, a humor-infused murder mystery film, starring Jodie Foster and directed by Rebecca Zlotowski. For North America and Latin America, in the film, Foster plays psychiatrist Lillian Steiner, who investigates the suspected murder of one of her patients. This marks Foster's return to French-language cinema after 20 years since her role in A Very Long Engagement. 9. China box office, Ne Zha 2 Feet surpasses $1.6 billion. Sets new IMAX records. China's box office remains robust after the Lunar New Year, with Ne Zha 2 Inches achieving significant success. Over the weekend of February 14 to 16, the film earned RMB 1.98 billion, $275.3 million, bringing its total to $1.64 billion. It is not only the leading title in the market but also setting records for IMAX, contributing $22 million to IMAX's weekend total in China, a 21% increase from the previous weekend. Ne Zha 2 Inches has now earned $104 million in IMAX, making it the highest-grossing IMAX release in China, surpassing Avengers: Endgame. It is also one of only 16 films globally to exceed $100 million in IMAX gross. The film's IMAX performance over the weekend ranks as the third highest for a single title in its third weekend, following Avengers: Infinity War and Avatar: The Way of Water. 11. Nosferatu and Sonic the Hedgehog 3 Feet both race to streaming at warp speed. Nosferatu and Sonic the Hedgehog 3, two major hits from last Christmas, will be available on their respective streaming platforms less than 2 months after their theatrical releases, marking a significant reduction in the typical wait time for home viewers. Meanwhile, Mel Gibson's Flight Risk is currently the most popular film on VOD, and Netflix's La Dolce Villa topped the charts around Valentine's Day. Due to the significance of these announcements, IndieWire is focusing on these developments rather than its usual coverage of VOD and Netflix charts. 12. The King of Kings trailer. Oscar Isaac as Jesus Christ in faith-based family flick from Sound of Freedom. Distributor Angel Studios has released a new trailer for The King of Kings, an animated film based on Charles Dickens' book The Life of Our Lord. The movie features Oscar Isaac as Jesus, with a cast that includes Kenneth Branagh, Uma Thurman, Mark Hamill, Pierce Brosnan, Roman Griffin Davis, Forrest Whitaker, and Ben Kingsley. The story follows a father telling his son the life of Jesus, transforming a bedtime tale into a profound journey of witnessing miracles, trials, and sacrifice, emphasizing themes of hope, love, and redemption. 13. Why Wizards of Waverly Place star Jake T. Austin disappeared from Hollywood. Jake T. Austin is a former child actor known for his voice roles in animated films like Everybody's Hero and The Ant Bully. He gained fame as Diego in Dora the Explorer and as Max Russo in Wizards of Waverly Place, which contributed to Selena Gomez's rise to fame. Austin also appeared in the Disney Channel movie Johnny Capahala, Back on Board, and lent his voice to Rio, its sequel, and The Emoji Movie. Additionally, he starred in the freeform drama The Fosters as Jesus Adams Foster, a troubled teen, for the first 2 seasons before being replaced. 14. Mary Parent knows how to produce big, artful movies like Oscar contender Dune. Part 2. Mary Parent is an experienced film producer who has worked her way up from New Line Cinema to Universal Pictures and now runs her own production company, Disruption Entertainment. In partnership with Legendary Entertainment, she has produced notable films such as Pacific Rim, The Revenant, and the Monsterverse series, including Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. Recently, she has focused on Denis Villeneuve's Dune trilogy, overseeing all films at Legendary while taking a hands-on role in specific projects like Dune, which she sold to the company before joining. '15. Mark Harmon's Gibbs originally had a totally different name on NCIS. Discusses the significance of memorable character names in fiction, highlighting examples like Duncan Idaho and Atticus Finch. It specifically focuses on Leroy Jethro Gibbs, the main character from the long-running CBS series NCIS, played by Mark Harmon. The name Gibbs is noted for its uniqueness and appeal, which contributed to Harmon's interest in the role. The character was first introduced in Jag before leading his own series, emphasizing the impact of a strong name in creating a lasting impression. 16. Late Shift Review. A nurse's work is never done in a tightly wound overnight drama in Late Shift, directed by Petra Volpe. Leonie Benish portrays Floria, a dedicated and overworked hospital nurse navigating various challenges in her demanding job. The film highlights her relentless efforts during exhausting nighttime shifts, while also hinting at her personal struggles and identity through a visible tattoo on her forearm. The narrative offers an engaging glimpse into the life of a healthcare professional, balancing the demands of her role with her own sense of self. 17. Brave New World was expected to build excitement for the upcoming MCU films, similar to how Winter Soldier set the stage for Civil War and the subsequent Avengers films. However, it has instead come across as a lackluster start, failing to deliver the promised grounded political thriller and significant impact on the MCU. While it incorporates elements reminiscent of The Winter Soldier, it ultimately does not alter the overarching narrative, leaving it feeling diluted and maintaining the status quo, with only a minor post-credits scene hinting at future developments. 18. The Lord of the Rings trilogy remains popular due to its cohesive storytelling. In an interview, director Peter Jackson expressed that his favorite film is The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers, acknowledging that his opinion might change upon rewatching. He appreciates The Two Towers for avoiding the challenges of world building and concluding the story, instead focusing on raising stakes, introducing iconic characters, and showcasing large battles, which contribute to its status as the best film in the trilogy. 19. Martin Campbell, known for directing the acclaimed James Bond film Casino Royale, has since focused on lesser-known action films featuring notable casts such as The Foreigner and The Protégé. His latest project, Cleaner, stars Daisy Ridley and is characterized as a well-acted B-movie with a script that falls short of expectations. The film, written by Simon Utley, Paul Andrew Williams, and Matthew Orton, explores the more extreme aspects of the climate change movement. 20. Collider has introduced a feature called Threads on its website, aimed at sparking discussions about current pop culture topics. These threads, initiated by editors and writers, cover a wide range of subjects, from casting debates to reflections on canceled TV shows and Oscar predictions. So far, over 340 threads have been created, with 475 users participating in discussions about movies, television, and streaming. While Collider enjoys facilitating these conversations, they recognize that their interests may not always align with those of their readers, who have diverse tastes and opinions.